Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the video. This is another update, sort of a Christmas update. Three were gifts from some good friends, and one was a gift to myself. So amongst all the issues of Christmas morning wasn't really the best. Before that, it was trouble with the water heater, and then Christmas morning, wake up and your fuse box is crackling. I'm like, what the hell? So the power had to be shut off, and you're wondering what the hell's going on? Does the whole thing need to be replaced? You don't want to start a fire. Why is it crackling? Thankfully, that was fixed. My sister's nearby, and she has a boyfriend, and he was nice enough. Give big credit to him to come over, check it. It has those breakers. It needed to be switched out, and he was nice enough to take his time during Christmas to do that. So definitely was the winner of the day there. So definitely appreciate that. Guy named James, good guy. So thankfully that worked out and wasn't worse, but it still wasn't a great way to spend your Christmas morning. So, and then you're discombobulated for the whole day, and then the whole Sunday morning you couldn't do anything because of a stupid fuse. I keep saying fuse box, but it was like, they're not fuses, they're breakers, but you know, because they wear from time, but didn't know that's what it was. So with all that bullshit, you know, I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Other than that, been very much trying to keep up with requests. Thank you guys for sending them. I really appreciate it. I'll get to them as soon as I can. But in the meantime, the first thing, which will probably be the thumbnail, got this custom made Aliens, the 4K. That is a beauty. And yeah, I'm posing for the thumbnail. There's a guy on YouTube called Movies and Popcorn that has a bunch of clips that I guess he has done his own custom versions of True Lies, of Aliens and other movies, and he posts clips on his YouTube channel. And I thought they looked great. The True Lies one, this one looked great. In the comments, there was an email address. I messaged him. He's like, yeah, it could. Sadly, it would have to be fairly spendy because it's a custom thing. And in this, it was 2 discs. Because it's like, well, I have that one on YouTube, and I also have a even better one. So this is a 2 disc. It is the extended cut, which I prefer that, so I'm fine with that. Because I do prefer the extended cut of this over the theatrical. No features or anything. It's just you pop in, the movie starts up. It was spendy again because it's the UK also, and shipping and tracking and customs. So at the end of the day, I'll say it, this cost me, I hate to say it, $70. I know. But number one, I rarely splurge on stuff. Number two, I understood going in, it's the UK, it's custom, all that, you know, deal with custom, all that stuff, tracking, all that stuff. It's expensive getting stuff overseas, because shipping is a motherfucker. That's just how it is with overseas stuff. But I tested it out, it worked beautifully, and this is the best I've ever seen the film look. I'm like, you know what, I'd rather spend a little bit extra for this than whatever the fuck Jimmy Tammy has going on with that bullshit. That's gonna look like fucking mannequins and shit. So I saved all my money because I ain't getting any of that shit. I'd rather get this. And plus, even the packaging looks better. You have the slipcover, which this is a beautiful looking slipcover. Beautiful looking slipcover. A lot better than what the fuck's coming. Like, which looks better, the official one or this fucking slipcover? Look at that. And then even that, look at this cover. This cover looks better too. You got Lance Henriksen, you got Michael Biehn, you got Ripley there, the Queen. Sort of the Weyland-Yutani symbol, the white. He actually gave me choices as well. And it's again, the one on, he showed clips of it on YouTube, and then he said the other one, I checked both, they worked great. And he said, well, the other one on the right is even a better version. So, and they worked great, didn't see any issues, came in, not too, I mean, it took them a few days to get done, then it's sent, and it took a week and a half, 2 weeks at most. Not too long, actually, considering from overseas and all that stuff. So, this I'm very glad to have. And like I said, it was the best I've ever seen the film look. It looked phenomenal. But yeah, the guys, I'm not going to endorse it though, because the last time I tried to do that was that one fucking guy from Hong Kong Rescue, and then it worked out. Granted, that guy took like a fucking months to send it out. And then I still got it and it worked, but then other people, they got fucking ripped off. So I don't endorse anything. I don't recommend anything to anybody. I'm just saying where I got it from and how much it was. Because my experience may be well, but you could get fucked over because you never know. You never know. So with every fucking thing, you go at your own risk. But like I said, worked out fine for me. And if it, again, just look at the clips on, again, the guy's YouTube is Movies and Popcorn. And he's like 4K Aliens, 4K True Lies, all this stuff. And looks good. So, glad to have this. And yeah, again, I know it's expensive. It's one of my fucking favorite films of all time. I say Hard Target is my favorite film, but there are days I'm like, maybe Aliens is my favorite film of all time. I actually do go back and forth with that. I think most people say, well, Aliens is the choice, but Hard Target I'm a personal sucker for. But yeah, love this movie to death. So I was willing to splurge. And it's a great packaging, great looking transfer. I don't know what the guy did with it, but it to me, at least in my opinion, it looks better than what the fuck they got going over there in La La Land. So other than that, this was a gift from Mike, OCP Communications. He got this off my Amazon wish list, which I completely forgot I had on my YouTube channel. Like if you go to the YouTube channel and the top of it, like one of them like over here is like Amazon. I forgot I had that. The reason I put it on there is that back in the day, people was like, hey, you should have it on there. I'm like, why? To whore yourself out. But I'm like, okay, well, okay. People were asked, here it is. But Mike OCP sent this very nice gift. I enjoy this film. I'm glad this finally got a Blu-ray. It is a film that's pretty forgotten. It stars Aaron Eckhart, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Ben Kingsley. Pretty much Aaron Eckhart and Carrie-Anne Moss are FBI agents. They're looking into this guy played by Ben Kingsley who was part of a secret government program enabling elite agents to telepathically get into the minds of killers. So Ben Kingsley is hunting serial killers, but then there's this guy named Suspect Zero who seems like a massive killer, and then there's thoughts of, is Ben Kingsley that, and he's turned, he's twisted, or in fact Ben Kingsley is looking for Suspect Zero and doing the right thing. This is like a good X-Files movie. I like the first one, Fight the Future, but I mean like a standalone story. This is a fuckload better than that X-Files I Want to Believe. And this is the thing, if you put Mulder and Scully in this, it would have been a rather good X-Files movie. But that's kind of how I think of it. Kind of like the Mothman Prophecies. It's another movie that deserves, I think one time it was on Blu-ray, but if it was, it's out of, I don't know. If it was on Blu-ray, it's out of print. If it's not, then it should. Because I rather like the Mothman Prophecies. Someone should get that and get it out so people can get it. I would gladly get it, but it does have a slipcover. The features are the same that were on the DVD. There are no new features. Commentary, 4-part featurette. I didn't think there'd be any new features on this. Just like I said, it's pretty forgotten, but credit to Paramount for getting... Oh, Tino Lorber really is who I should credit. I say Paramount. I just for allowing to that. But Tino Lorber, they're killing it lately because the William Friedkin film Rampage is doing a release. Leviathan is doing a 4K and Blu-ray uh, re-release in February. Death Machine they're doing, which is very cool. I really like Death Machine. Yeah, Tino Lorber, they seem like the guys to watch for later on. So here's to hoping other films get released, like Summer Rental with John Candy, or Money Talks with Chris Tucker, Nothing to Lose, and Martin Lawrence. Here's hoping they get more of those type of titles. But yeah, glad to have this underrated film, in my opinion. And then this is from Preminator, who's a nice guy. He sent in requests for me and Stum and Mark to do commentaries on. He's been in the chat, very nice guy. He sent these two again from my Amazon wish list. One was Razorback. This is the Scream Factory release. I'm a fan of this film. I think it's underrated. People shit on it. I don't know why. I don't think it deserves that. It does have the features from, I think it's from the Overseas DVD. You have the commentary. You have the VHS version, original uncut 4x3 Australian home video release. It says original uncut, but I'd be kind of curious if there's new footage, like what's uncut about it, like what's different other than the 4x3 thing. Interview with Gregory Harrison, Russell McKay, Jaws on Trotters. Looking back with film historians, I think that's a new one. Deleted scenes, trailers, still gallery. Like I said, I'm a fan of this movie. It's directed by Russell Mulcahy, who would go on to direct Highlander, among other movies. Yes, it's Jaws and the Outback with a Razorback, but it's a great looking movie cinematography-wise. It's got a lot of good style to it. I think they took what could be a silly concept. Although Razorbacks are not something to fuck around. And in fact, I guess the chickens, roosters out here in the farmland, they're hitting the tower Razorback. They're getting the jitters. They're getting the nervous tuckles and cluckles. But glad to have this. Because you never know. These could go out of print anytime. And then The Fugitive. Because I did not have this film except I think it was a flipper disc with that in the U.S. Marshals, and it was stuffed up, so this is the 4K version. Great movie. Recently did a commentary for this. Remind me just how good this movie is. Take you inside the manhunt. Introduction by the director, as well as Harrison Ford. Commentary with Andrew Davis and Tommy Lee Jones. I think that's from the DVD. Two of the Chase, 2 documentaries. So, this might have been from the older Blu-ray, but then if I understand, this is a better picture quality. And it deserves it, because it's a damn good movie. Really good flick. And it was the 30th anniversary, because that was 1993, and now we're in 2023. So yeah, the 30th anniversary of this. So there you go. But yeah, that's what I got. Thanks to Preminator for The Fugitive and Razorback. Micro CP Communications for Suspect Zero. And thanks to me, as well as Movies and Popcorn, since he made it, for the Aliens 4K. Gorgeous looking thing. So, made by the fans. Fuck you, Jimmy Tammy, because you ain't get my money, motherfucker. Fuck you, Jimmy Tammy. How about them apples? Go lie in your bed with your fucking AI populated dildo. Rock yourself to sleep on it. I'll stick with this. See you later.